They never seem to find a way. They never seem to find a way. And all the games that we play, and all the things that you say, they never seem to find a way. They never seem to find a way. And coming down, seems I learned to fall. Coming down, it seems I've learned to crawl again.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. My name is Brendan Plays. Tonight, we see our superstars compete in the most demonic structure in the WWE's history, the Hell in a Cell. First up, we have Kalisto challenging for the Intercontinental Championship against Neville. Of course, if you want to go check out a specific match, please check out the description down below. You can go ahead and watch whatever match you would like. Just click on the timestamp, it'll take you straight to it. So Kalisto and Neville, they met at Night of Champions, or what many believe to be the match of the night. What a match it was. It was a high-flying contest between the two best high-flyers on SmackDown, and perhaps even in the WWE. Neville and Kalisto put on an absolute clinic. Many requested to see Neville get another opportunity. Many wanted to see the match happen again. And here we go, Neville earning the right to be in this match by winning a series of matches leading towards Hell in a Cell. And here he is, going to be challenging the Intercontinental Champion Neville, who is the man that gravity forgot. He has the ability to fly around the ring like no other and do things that just are absolutely incredible. Neville, as we saw at, Night of Champions, Neville didn't exactly stick to the high-flying game all that much. He didn't really utilize it. He tried to go for a bit more of a power game and try to beat Kalisto like that, and it nearly didn't work for him. Neville really struggled in that match. He was very lucky to win on that occasion. Kalisto, many believe, should have won that match and was really unlucky. So here we go, this match is underway. Of course, Cara joining Kalisto ringside, of course a part of the Lucha Dragons tag team, but it's been all about Kalisto over the last number of months. Certainly Kalisto has been trying to focus on a singles career. Sin Cara has been happy to support him along the journey, along the way, and when he wants to try and return back to tag team action, he'll be right there to do so. So you have to kind of wonder how long Sin Cara will be the sidekick for, but we'll see. Kalisto anyways attacking Neville here. So they'll lock up again. So Kalisto really utilized the high flying and the speed and the quickness at Night of Champions. And to be honest, he dominated Neville for a long period of time. Neville was very, very lucky to win, like we said. And Neville kind of struggled to keep up with Kalisto at times, and the pace and the quickness and the speed, which is a little odd because Neville's so quick himself. Kalisto just, was a little bit quicker. Just was too much for Neville to handle. Neville had to try and, slow things down, try and focus on the ground and pound game, and try and use a bit of power as well to beat Kalisto. It worked in the end, but geez, for a good portion of the match, it looked as though Neville was about to lose that championship. So we'll see what approach Neville adopts here tonight. Snap suplex there. Neville clearly starting with a bit of power there with a suplex and just trying to strike away on Kalisto. Kalisto, maybe he has to change his strategy. At the end of the day, he lost as a Hurricane Rana. At the end of the day, he lost to Neville, so really he has to try and change things up. But then again, why change what works there for Kalisto? That worked out pretty well for him there. Now has a hold of Neville again, and a big knee right there to Neville. So the winner of this one, wait a second, hold that thought. Look out, Kalisto flips through, and no, doesn't keep the shoulders down. I was just about to say, look, the winner of this one has to face a lot of tough competition. We've seen Jack Swagger, he's been pretty impressive. Alberto Del Rio, Sheamus, to name a few. Big Show as well. Some tough opponents coming through and all want an opportunity at this Intercontinental Championship. There's even been some rumblings that the likes of Randy Orton or John Cena might be looking towards challenging for the championship whilst they're out of contention for the World Championship. So there's a lot of big names who are looking to kind of come after that Intercontinental Championship. So whoever wins this one, Neville or Kalisto, sure do have their work cut out for them. Kalisto now picks up Neville, up on the shoulders, and no, Neville countering, and into the neck breaker. And we'll try and put him away here with the cover. Hooks the leg. He's not going to get it, though. So plenty of competition coming through. And Neville and Kalisto have been the up-and-comers. They've been the breakout stars. Neville especially. We'll see if they can continue that trend here and remain that breakout start. Neville off the top with a shooting star press. And now Neville, he's certainly going back to his high-flying ways here tonight. Kalisto back to his feet, though, taking Neville off of his... And now it turns into a DDT as well. Neville on the knees and Kalisto capitalizing there. Kalisto, rolls through. Look out, here comes the kick, connecting. Kalisto trying to quicken the pace again. Neville's trying to go blow for blow here in the high-flying action. Kalisto's happy to oblige. Kalisto thought he may have been a chance there to win this match or win the championship. It will be his first championship here in Universe Mode for Kalisto. This might be the move to do it! Salida del Sol! Both legs are hooked! It's over! No! Neville kicking out at 2, and I thought Kalisto had it there. Well, just like at Night of Champions, every time Kalisto hit the Salida del Sol, we thought it was going to be it, but Neville kept on kicking out. Kalisto can't believe it now. He's just launching with these kicks. What about that? That final kick, and follows it up with the double boots right to the chest. Both feet going straight into the chest of Neville by Kalisto. Now rolls Neville over. And, kick to the arm there by Kalisto on Neville. Kalisto with the snapmare. And might just look to slow things down, regain his composure, regain his breath, and just kind of reassess the situation. Hitting the Salida del Sol and not picking up the victory, that's frustrating. No doubt about that. And Kalisto's going to have to try and come back from that. He has to try and put that behind him. Not focus on that minor loss, I should say, and the minor victory that Neville received by kicking out of that. And try not to kind of worry about what happened at Night of Champions. Obviously, Neville kicking out a few times of the Salida del Sol, and Kalisto lost a bit of confidence there. Try and forget about that. Neville off the top. Oh! There it is again with that huge double kick there, and both feet together, just launching Kalisto down by Neville, and now follows it up with a suplex. Neville is on fire, ladies and gentlemen. He is in control, and he's looking to put Kalisto away right here. Well, obviously, we saw at Night of Champions, Sin Cara actually got involved. And Kalisto was not a big fan of that. Kalisto wasn't exactly happy that Sin Cara got involved. And there's a cutter there by Neville. Kalisto wasn't happy that Sin Cara got involved and grabbed the leg. I think it was of Neville, and stopped the pinfall from occurring. It obviously saved the match. Kalisto lucky there. He didn't really get much of that, did Neville, and that's... Now Neville will continue the assault here. Grabs a hold of Kalisto and grabs the leg, trying to make him tap out here. Don't think Kalisto will. He's close to the ropes, and it'll be broken up. So yeah, a little bit of a dissension between Sin Cara and Kalisto. Look out, rolls through. There's the kick again. So we're not sure what's going on there. As far as I know, they're okay, but perhaps I don't really expect Sin Cara to get himself involved here tonight. After copying a bit of a mouthful from Kalisto, Neville kicking out at 2 there. So the Salida del Sol was followed up by that kick there not too long after. So we'll see if Kalisto goes for it again. There's a drop kick to the back of Neville. Kalisto looks as though he might be going for it. Here it is. He's going for it, all right. Connecting. He's got it this time. The cover. Sin Cara thinks he's got it. Kalisto thought he had it. Neville kicking out again at 2. How is he doing this? The Intercontinental Championship on the line, and again Neville kicking out at 2. the second Salida del Sol, and Neville still survives. Neville, though, sweeping Kalisto off of his feet. Neville, well, how much more can he take? I mean, he did this at Night of Champions. He somehow survived. I don't know how he did it, but he did. These two are just battling away again. Kalisto's in control. Kalisto's dominating once again. Neville, he just needs to get through this match tonight. I think, honestly, Kalisto has his number. Neville's got to get home. He's got to get this championship home. And ASAP, Kalisto! Over the top of the rope with the splash connecting right on Neville, but Neville countering. Kalisto should have probably tried to follow it up with a cover, but he didn't do so. And that might cost him. Neville going to be launched into the corner. Kalisto, you can see, a little bit ginger. Not exactly moving with the speed and quickness he would like. And that could cost him if he doesn't try and quicken things up ASAP. Look out here. Oh! Another snap suplex there by Kalisto. So Kalisto, whilst he's being good, look out! Standing moonsault! Whilst he's being good, Neville's hanging on. Kalisto's trying everything here, isn't he? He's really trying all the moves he knows. Look out! Oh, reverse Hurricane Rana! The head of Neville viciously drilled into the mat. That is gonna hurt. I don't know if Neville can come back from that. Kalisto is really looking good. Maybe tonight is the night that he finally becomes a champion. Kalisto in a pinning predicament. Neville won't get it, a count of 2, but Neville just trying to reverse the pressure, put it back on the Kalisto and try and give himself a chance for a bit of a breather, and he will get one. They're both back to the feet about the same time. Neville now has Kalisto in the corner. Neville is going to put Kalisto up on the top of the rope. What is Neville thinking here? Look out. Neville off the top. Grabs a hold of Kalisto. And, oh! Neville launches Kalisto back over to the other side of the ring. Neville now, this is his chance to follow this up and win this match. But, oh, what is he doing? Neville, this was his chance. He had to set him up and look for the red arrow. And now, oh! Standing corkscrew moonsault. Neville thinks he might have him here, and he's going to hook the leg, try and win this match up. Kalisto will kick out, though. Well, it's close. It really is close. For a portion of the match, it's been Kalisto. Now Neville's working his way back into it, similar to what happened at Night of Champions. Kalisto has to make sure that he can hang on here. Neville has survived the initial stages of this one. Now he has to try and grind his way through to a victory here. It has not been pretty from Neville. He's had a few flashy moves, yes. But Neville, he just needs to get through this match. Kalisto seems as though he's the one guy that can beat Neville. And Neville keeps on surviving, though, when they do match up. But, geez, you have to wonder how much more Neville can, take. How much longer can Neville survive here against Kalisto? Kalisto hits another Salida del Sol. It should be over. Neville has to make sure that he does not let that happen. If he does let it happen, he will lose that championship. And I don't see him winning it back because I think Kalisto's the one guy on any given night can beat Neville. Because they are so similar. And I believe, Kalisto may be better at the style that Neville has. Kick out of 2 there. Neville, though, to his credit, has persevered, has been resilient, been able to fight back and fight through all the adversity that he's had to undertake. But it's been a tough battle from him here tonight. Look out. Going to pick up Kalisto with a powerbomb. This was what won him the match at Night of Champions. Didn't go through with a cover, though. That powerbomb won him and retained the title at Night of Champions tonight. He doesn't look for the cover, and it could cost him here. Kalisto unable to capitalize on Neville's mistake. Neville, I think, wants to finish this with a red arrow, perhaps. Kalisto countering the attempted German suplex. The belly-to-belly suplex, I should say, rather. Now Kalisto thinking about the Salida del Sol. Salida del Sol for the 3rd time. Here it comes! No! Neville grabbed a hold of him and countering. Jeez, he had to counter there, otherwise it would be all over. The 3rd time would be too much. Now the cutter. Neville going to the top of the rope. Kalisto in trouble. Neville now. Look out. Neville lining him up. waiting for the right moment to hit the red arrow. Hooks the leg and retains the Intercontinental Championship. The red arrow has given Neville a massive win. A must-win match for Neville. He has struggled against Kalisto, but to his credit, 2 out of 2 times he's beaten him now. Kalisto impressive again here tonight. Geez, if he hit that third Salida del Sol, it would be a different story. He would be champion right now, not Neville. He's unlucky, Kalisto. He was very, very good. A few mistakes throughout this match by Neville nearly cost him early on, but he was good enough to kick out. Look out here. Salida del Sol kicking out there. Great high-flying action. Both men utilizing the ropes, flying around the ring. And it was an impressive battle between 2 of the very best high flyers here on SmackDown, if not the WWE. And now Neville's still your Intercontinental Champion. What an impressive reign he's had so far, beating Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, Kalisto a couple times now. He is certainly shaping up to be one of the breakout stars for SmackDown, and going forward, Neville could definitely be a future world champion if he keeps this up. We've seen it before with the Intercontinental Championship. Champions are made and born with that championship. So there it was, the red arrow, and too much for Kalisto to kick out of it. Oh, wait a second, that's Sheamus. What is he doing here? The Celtic Warrior is in the ring. Neville recovering from his match, and Sheamus in the ring, and look out. Oh, a bro kick from behind. Neville had no idea what was coming, and it was the huge boot of Sheamus right in the face of Neville, and Sheamus perhaps sending a statement of his own here tonight. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with our next matchup. It is Charlotte taking on the Women's Champion Paige. The championship up for grabs here tonight. Charlotte earning her way into this matchup the last few weeks of action on Raw, including a victory over Sasha Banks. Sasha will be joining Paige here tonight in her corner. Charlotte, though, has been very, very impressive. Her debut was a Women's Championship match against Paige, which she was unsuccessful in, but she certainly proved that she is ready for the big time. Former NXT Women's Champion as well. She's looking to make a name for herself here on the main roster. Her opponent, though, is multiple-time Women's Champion Paige. And you can see Sasha Banks coming to the ring with her. I still don't know what is going on here between the two of them. Are they an alliance? Are they friends? Are they just watching each other's back? You know, they were enemies for quite some time. But it looks like Sasha Banks has put her differences aside with Paige. Maybe she's just trying to get some insight into Paige, trying to follow her around and be there for an up-close and personal look at her matches, and maybe she's analysing how to beat Paige. That could be the case. Maybe she wants to backstab Paige in the future. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it's certainly a possibility. Maybe she just, change her heart, respects Paige after all the number of wins that Paige has gotten over Sasha Banks. Perhaps Sasha now has a newfound respect for Paige and wants to accompany her to the ring and support her. But Charlotte versus Paige right now. We know that Sasha's not exactly pleased that Charlotte has come here and kind of taken some of the spotlight away from Sasha. Charlotte has come here and made a huge impact in such a short period of time. And Charlotte essentially maybe taken the opportunities away from someone like Sasha Banks in the future. That's why Sasha Banks has kind of been happy to try and stop Charlotte at every possible opportunity from becoming the women's champion or earning the right to face the champion. So, I guess Sasha Banks may be a little bit jealous and deciding to kind of help Paige out here. Who knows how long this alliance will last for, but at the moment, Paige, I feel as though, doesn't really need Sasha Banks in her corner, doesn't need her help to win. She's been pretty damn good over the last few weeks and months with a back body drop there. Down goes Charlotte and head scissors to follow. Paige has been pretty good, let's be honest. She's knocked off Sasha Banks to win back the championship that she hasn't had for quite some time beforehand. So I think she's starting to get back to her best, and her best may be too much for anyone to handle. I think her best could be better than anyone else in this locker room, and that's a big statement to make, but I think it's honestly true, because Paige truly is one of the best women on the roster. Neckbreaker there by Charlotte on Paige. And at her best, at her peak, Paige may be nearly unstoppable, nearly unbeatable, as Sasha Banks learned. Headbutt there by Paige onto Charlotte. Sasha Banks watching on, just clapping on. So it's a bit of a new, I wouldn't say necessarily a new era, but we're kind of going on to the next crop of women coming for the championship. Sasha Banks was the first. Charlotte is now the second. I'm sure there'll be more coming up from NXT soon. So we'll see how this all goes down, how this plays out, as Charlotte hit with a German suplex there by Paige. So someone like Paige, who's still very, very young, she's still new in her own career, she has to watch her back because there's a lot of new women coming through, and she wants to try and be, I guess, the queen of the division and make sure that these new women have to go through her to get that championship. Head scissors again here by Paige. Once again, not successful as Charlotte able to get out of it. A big shot there. Oh no, countered there by Paige with a shot of her own. And now Fisherman suplex connecting. And drops the elbow as well. So Paige in control. And the champion is certainly looking pretty good at the moment. Charlotte has yet to really get out of the blocks here. Charlotte, former NXT Women's Champion, the first NXT Women's Champion. Held the title for a couple of months there before Bayley defeated her at NXT TakeOver. And after TakeOver, Charlotte decided to move up here to the main roster. She had an opportunity to come up, and she signed a big contract to come here with all the potential she has. Hurricane Runner there off the top of the rope there by Paige. Decides to try and put this one to bed. Hooks that leg. This should be it. Oh, that was close. A near fall at the count of 2. Charlotte still in the match, though. So, yes, Charlotte signing a good contract coming up here. NXT General Manager Shawn Michaels helping negotiate that. Uh-oh, look out here. Charlotte goes through. A sunset flip there, and now Paige starting to be on the rocks here. Charlotte is coming back. Attempted kick there by Charlotte. Rolled out of the way, did Paige. Now Paige from behind. Charlotte lands on the back of her neck and the shoulder region. I thought Paige might try and hold on there and keep the shoulders down for a pinning predicament. Unable to do so. Instead looks for the submission here to put Charlotte away. Sasha Banks clapping on, still pretty happy with what she's seeing. She's happy that Charlotte's not anywhere near winning this match. Oh! The Paige Turner, and that could be it right there. The hook of the leg. Charlotte, can she kick out? She can, but geez, she didn't kick out with much authority there. The shoulders barely up. But they were, and this match rolls on. Charlotte, she's hanging on. She's had an opportunity at the title before, missed out. Wants it again now. Wants that title badly, her second chance. Paige is up and went for a clothesline. Bit of a clubbing blow, but didn't really get much of it. That's a little better there. And follows that with a second. Ducks underneath. And the backbreaker. Tilt-the-world backbreaker there by Charlotte. And she is starting to get her way here. Big spear. A spear by Charlotte. Now, is that going to be it? We got a new champion. No. Paige kicking out. But Charlotte, she's working her way back into it. And all of a sudden, things are starting to turn back in the favor of Charlotte. Paige nearly winning the match. But things aren't going her way now. And look out, that backpack stunner. Charlotte going for the figure 4. She's got it in. The figure 4 leg lock. It's locked in. And Paige, will she tap out? No, but the damage has been done. Paige holding onto her knee. Charlotte hooks that leg to put even more pressure on. But Charlotte can't get the win. Paige has got that shoulder up. As you can see, Paige barely moving after getting the shoulder up. Not much left there for Paige. She's trying to get up now. That leg will be hurting and just thrown back onto the mat, I should say. And now a kick there by Paige onto Charlotte, trying to force her away from her. Charlotte has looked good in the last few minutes here. Big drop kick into the back of Paige. Oh, but Paige smart. She rolls out of harm's way. That's very smart from the champion. Paige was in some trouble there, almost getting defeated by Charlotte, able to get out of the ring and make sure that she's okay. Now abdominal stretch to the outside. And that's not going to really help Charlotte too much, as Paige tosses down Charlotte as a reversal. So Charlotte, I'm not sure what she was thinking with the stretch, but she could hold onto the stretch for as long as she likes. And a head scissors there, and well done there by Charlotte. I think Paige may have met the steel steps a little bit as well. Now back in the ring we go. Charlotte again, look out, another sunset flip, connecting! Could this be it? Are we going to crown a new champion? Charlotte a little slow to the cover. Can she even make it there? She does now. She's wasted some time. Paige will kick out comfortably. She had enough time to kind of regroup a little bit there. Charlotte, she's just trying to find some energy. She's just trying to find something, digging deep here, trying to keep going in this match against the champion, Paige, who is in some trouble here. Paige needs to try and... Uh-oh, she might be going off the top of the rope here. Paige needs to try and find out of this predicament, otherwise she will be in definite trouble. Charlotte, though, look out, grabs the arm, tosses her off the top of the rope. That hip toss off the top, and now Paige, no, sweeping Charlotte off of her feet. And she needed to do that. She was in big trouble. And now Paige setting her up. No, Charlotte with the counter. Was looking for the rampage. Doesn't get it. Charlotte. Look out. Swinging neckbreaker connecting. Charlotte, is this her time? Is this her moment to capture the Women's Championship in her pay-per-view debut? Look out, Charlotte now. Setting her up for the natural selection and connects. Charlotte to win the Women's Championship here tonight. What a win it will be. No, Paige kicks out at 2 and keeps this match alive. And Charlotte cannot believe what she just saw. How did Paige kick out? Sasha Banks not getting involved. It's all Paige here. Paige takes Charlotte off of her feet. And I thought for sure this was going to be over. Now Paige with a submission as well. Can she force a tap out here? Paige trying to make Charlotte tap. Will she tap? It's locked in for a while though. This match rolls on. Charlotte in some trouble. But the cover here. Charlotte in trouble. She'll kick out. This is a bad situation for the #1 contender. She needs to try and fight through this. She almost had the match won. Another big move here. Perhaps go back to the submission of her own. She might have this match won. The gut is being attacked there by Paige with the knee. Charlotte, look out. Paige setting her up. Look out now. Uh-oh, the rampage incoming. Strikes. And that will be it. You'd have to say the Rampage will win this match for Paige here tonight. And she successfully defends the Women's Championship. Well, Charlotte has come oh so close yet again. Paige just barely survives here tonight. Jeez. I think we saw a new side of Paige though. A side of her who has shown the resilience. Similar to what we saw with Neville earlier on. You know, Paige able to fight through anything. Big moves she's been able to kick out. In the past, she has not been able to get out of those predicaments. She has not been able to dig deep and kick out. She's been beaten. But here tonight, the natural selection, when we thought it was all over, she found a way to kick out, worked her way back into it, hit the rampage, finds the win. And that's something Charlotte will have to try and improve on in the future. This is just the beginning of Charlotte's career here on the main roster though. She will be back. She will get another opportunity in the future. But Paige able to hang on to the championship here tonight. Charlotte might have to wait a little longer and earn her way back. But the champion retains here tonight. A massive win for Paige. The WWE Tag Team titles up for grabs as the Golden Truth meet the Spear Shock here tonight. Well, Golden Truth have only recently formed and they've been impressive in such a short period of time. They've earned themselves an opportunity here tonight in the Tag Team titles. Some say that they may not quite be there yet in terms of defeating the champions, but it's a big opportunity for them nonetheless. Two veterans, beaten tag teams in the past. R-Truth former tag team champion at one point. We're US champion as well. R-Truth's been quite successful throughout Universe Mode. Goldust, not quite. Goldust in a failed tag team was Stardust. I say failed because they never won the tag titles at the end, but they're still pretty impressive as a team. So here's Ryback, one half of the tag champions, and once again, look who it is, Paul Heyman. Big Match Paul, he likes to call himself, always shows up when the titles are up for grabs or a big match is taking place. He is here tonight to help his clients, the Spear Shock. And I guess the only concern I have for the Spear Shock tonight is, are they underestimating what Golden Truth can do? Obviously, Golden Truth coming from two other teams, obviously the Perfect Truth for R-Truth and Star and Goldust for Goldust. So they're coming from two different teams trying to use that tag team experience and put that together. So whilst they may not be that much of a threat in terms of singles, they may be a major threat in terms of tag teams. So they have to be very cautious here, does Roman Reigns and Ryback. Roman Reigns, former WWE champion, multiple time tag team champion. I believe he might be the most successful WWE tag team champion in Universe Mode history. And that just goes to show the success that he's had. At first he had all that success with the Shield, went on his singles journey. He's come back to the tag division now with the Spear Shock, and they've had plenty of success of their own. Well, the odds are stacked against Golden Truth here tonight, but you just never know. They may be able to pull off a major upset. Ryback, former world champion. Roman Reigns, former world champion, meaning a former US champion. And R-Truth, and a veteran in Goldust. So here we go. This one is underway. Tag team action straight away. Ryback picks up Truth and slams him down. Well, you want to make an impact. You want to make a statement to start a match off. That is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. What a way to start here for the big guy, Ryback. Big headbutt there, the Truth. Down he goes. So Ryback has Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns alongside of him to help out. So really, Paul Heyman there, we know what kind of impact he has had and the help that he's given this team and the advice and the guidance. It's just, his presence just really changes this whole complexity of this match. You know, I think if he wasn't here, I think Golden Truth would have a pretty decent chance, but you add Paul Heyman there, it's going to be very, very tough to win here tonight for the Golden Truth. R-Truth decided to go outside the ring. Not sure what his plan here is. There! Oh, big clothesline! There to Ryback and stomping away as well. Roman Reigns is keeping an eye on this situation, wondering whether or not he should go out there and help out Ryback. At the moment, he's just watching on. Ryback looking pretty good himself. He's back to his feet, looking okay. But Truth, face first, down goes Ryback to the outside. So I guess we kind of are waiting for the next big tag team to come through and give the Spear Shock a real legitimate challenge. You know, the Beast Code looks as though they're finished. So are the Golden Truth that team? You know, we are looking for the next challenges. Oh, face first there. Drilling him down, does R-Truth. You know, I guess we are looking for the next big tag team to take on Spear Shock and really give them a big challenge. As Truth plants down Ryback again. And, you know, Golden Truth could be that team. Maybe another team coming through, perhaps a team from NXT even. So we'll see who will give the Spear Shock that ultimate challenge and eventually take their titles away. Goldust with a suplex, his first action in this match. And Ryback and Roman Reigns, two great individual superstars, coming together and have formed a great tag team. Quite often, the egos can get in the way. You know, there are other desires of the fame and the glory and, you know, wanting to be the star of the team. Things like that. Big spine buster there by Goldust. You know, quite often a few other different external factors get in the way of a successful tag team between two very good single superstars. But you've seen Ryback, you've seen Roman Reigns, they're just on the same page. They just get it. And they've had success. They're doing well. Kick out there by Truth. But you have to wonder, will it ever implode? We saw with the Beast Code, things went sour. They lost the titles, couldn't get them back, and immediately things just imploded. Batista and Jericho both wanted to go back after the world title. They both wanted the same thing, and they both, you know, decided to turn on each other to get that. And we'll see later on tonight how that fares in our triple threat match. Will Ryback and Reigns suffer the same fate? We don't know. I guess they'll have to lose their tag titles. Things have to go south for them for us to find out, as Goldust with a Russian leg sweep. Maybe Paul Heyman's the one guy that can help keep this tag team together if things do go wrong. He might be the glue that they need. And big chop there by Goldust onto Roman Reigns. And a kick there. So Goldust starting to work his way into it. R-Truth and Goldust, they are certainly the underdogs here despite being the veterans. Goldust picks up Roman Reigns, can't get him. Roman Reigns countering into a German suplex. The odds are stacked against them, but you just never know in the tag division. Roman Reigns setting up Goldust for something there. Goldust countering now. Goldust backbreaker. That knee right into the back of Roman Reigns and the pressure applied. And so far so good here for the Golden Truth. Tagging in and out, looking pretty good, keeping each other fresh. That's the experience right there in the recent tag team matches that they had. They've been in the tag division for quite some time. Oh, what about that from R-Truth, turning that into a neck breaker. Now Truth, look out. Oh, back and forth down goes Reigns. So far so good here for Truth. Putting some pressure on Reigns. And now, that's corkscrew forearm with elbow. And Paul Heyman immediately saw that this was an opportunity here to stop things from getting any worse for Reigns. Distracting the referee, stopping the count from happening. And I think he took off the top of the turnbuckle in the bottom right-hand corner. And the referee had to try and fix that up. And meanwhile, Roman Reigns avoided perhaps losing this match. R-Truth picks up Reigns. Good power here from Truth. And drops to his knees and the shoulder goes into Reigns. Now R-Truth looking to perhaps end this right now. R-Truth. Little Jimmy! R-Truth's gonna do it! The Golden Truth are gonna win the tag titles right here tonight at Hell in a Cell. Ryback gets in there. Big right hand there to Goldust. Goldust wants a piece of Ryback for that. Now Reigns rolls over R-Truth. Goldust right there to break that up. Ryback's going to help R-Truth back to his feet for his tag partner. And go back to his corner, thank goodness. Reigns, look out. Samoan drop. Samoan drop. There by the tag team champion Roman Reigns. R-Truth countering back. He might need to look for a tag. Impressive run here by Truth, but things are starting to go back into the favor of Roman Reigns and the spear shock. Counter there by Reigns, not allowing Truth to get to the tag. Well done there by Reigns. Turns into a suplex as well. What's Paul Heyman doing under there? He's got a steel chair. Paul Heyman's got a steel chair, puts it in the ring, acts like nothing happened. He can't use it, obviously. He will force a disqualification. But distracting the referee anyway. He's not sure he needed to be distracted. R-Truth countering and pulling down Reigns. Truth now. Look out. Here we go. Cover. And this could be it. No. Ryback. Breaking that up. And R-Truth heading to the outside. Paul Heyman watching on. Ryback was taken out. Reigns is going to follow him. And R-Truth goes back in. A bit of cat and mouse here. And Paul Heyman asking what the hell is going on with Roman Reigns. Think about it. He's just trying to get Reigns focused here. Don't fall for these tactics here by R-Truth. Paul Heyman trying to help out his long-term client, Roman Reigns. Look out. No, went for a neck breaker. Oh, instead, what about that strike? In the back of the head. R-Truth expecting to be taken down with a neck breaker. Instead, Reigns just floored him with a huge strike. Now the big guy back in. Ryback immediately coming after R-Truth. Gets counter though. Tried for attempted suplex. Truth countering. Truth planting down Ryback again. And R-Truth has had enough of Paul Heyman. Has some words for him. And now Ryback from behind. Look out. Oh my goodness. Full Nelson. Boom. There you go. Goldust trying to get there. He does. He had to work around the referee. Had to avoid Roman Reigns. Impressive there from Goldust. Able to break that up. Keep this one alive. But for how much longer though? Ryback has R-Truth isolated. Roman Reigns is working down Goldust to the outside. Ryback now picks up Truth. Boom. Powerbomb. And that could be it. Picks up Truth again. Ryback has him in the corner. Goldust has been taken out. Ryback has R-Truth up the top. Top of the rope. Goldust wants to get in the ring and do something about it. Ryback, fall away slam off the top rope. Ryback now setting him up. The meat hook clothesline, here it comes. Don't turn around, R-Truth. You're not going to like what's going to happen next. Meat hook clothesline to R-Truth. Ryback hooks the leg. Reigns gets in there. Will stop Goldust from interfering. And the Spear Shock retain the tag team titles. Well, what a victory there for the Spear Shock. And they certainly have sent a bit of a shockwave to the Monday Night Raw Tag Team Division. Golden Truth, they look good, but Paul Heyman getting involved, distracting a few different times. It was just too much for them to overcome. And just for one moment there, when R-Truth hit the little Jimmy, I thought he was going to win it. I thought he was going to get the match won. I thought we were going to finally see a huge upset. Ryback, though, worked his way back into it. Fall away slam to the top of the rope, followed up by this. The meat hook clothesline, boom, right to the jaw of R-Truth. Lights out. Good night. Well, we expected them to win. They've got the win. Huge victory for the Spear Shock. Still your tag champs here tonight. Paul Heyman coming to help them in a big match situation. It proved to be probably the difference maker in the end. A big win regardless for the Spear Shock. Now we have to find out who will be the next team to step up to try and take these titles from them. It's going to be very, very interesting going forward. The Spear Shock, still your tag team champions. What a win for them here tonight. Time for our next matchup here, ladies and gentlemen, as the former US champion Rusev is out to get the title back that Nakamura took at Night of Champions. Rusev, one of the top stars here on Raw. He's been up and coming. He's had a dominant year. And Rusev looking to get back the title that he lost. He's got Lana by his side here tonight. He's not a happy man, let's be honest. Nakamura taking the title away, taking the spotlight away from him as well. Rusev wants the belt, and he's out to try and get it ASAP. Tonight's his chance here at Hell in a Cell. But you'd have to say the odds might just be in the favor of Nakamura tonight. A lot of momentum, a lot of confidence for Nakamura. Alrighty, here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. The United States Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura. He is here at Hell in a Cell. And one of the up-and-coming megastars in the making, Nakamura. He has all the potential to do anything. He could be a future world champion, in my opinion. He is going to be something special. It's only a matter of time until we see Nakamura achieve that greatness. Rusev stands in his way here tonight. It'll be tough for Nakamura, there's no doubt about that. Rusev, not an easy opponent. Nakamura, he's ready, he's prepared, he knows what he has to do. He knows he can beat Rusev, and tonight's his chance to prove it. Rusev, arguably one of the breakout stars of the year thus far. If Rusev can continue his impressive run, who knows, he could even win the Breakout Star of the Year award. There's the title, ladies and gentlemen, the United States Championship up for grabs. Rusev versus Nakamura. Here we go. Nakamura, oh, what a way to start there. Straight away, a drop kick to Rusev. Rusev was not expecting that at all. And surprising Rusev and Nakamura with a strong start here by the king of strong style. Shinsuke Nakamura didn't have to go to NXT, immediately being signed to Raw, and has had a big impact, hasn't he? You know, such a short period of time, winning the US Championship, knocking off some big names, impressing us all. An impressive win over Sami Zayn not too long ago. And Rusev, oh, there's some power there by Rusev. Rusev, it was all about him not too long ago. He had a good title reign. It was a long one. Didn't have the title defenses that he probably needed to solidify himself as a great champion. As a clothesline. Whilst he was starting to begin defending the championship a little bit more, the pressure came. Some tough opponents came along, including Nakamura, and he lost the championship. You know, he was just starting to really solidify himself as a top-tier champion, but he just didn't have it for long enough. And he'll be disappointed about that. Rusev picks up Nakamura, slams him down. He'll be disappointed about that, Rusev. Obviously, being champion for quite some time, he would have liked to kind of put himself up there as one of the best US champions we've seen in Universe Mode, but you'd have to say he probably needed a few more title defenses to get there. Now he's trying to win that title back from Nakamura here tonight and try and get his name back on that list as potential great champions. Rusev has Nakamura. Ooh, threw him into the barricade. Nakamura didn't quite get there, falling over just before the barricade. And this time he'll meet the barricade. Rusev gets countered over there by Nakamura with a knee to the midsection. Rusev takes down Nakamura though. And perhaps Rusev, if he doesn't win here tonight, he might be looking for a bit of change of scenery. He's obviously had such a successful run here on Raw. Perhaps in the future, you never know. Maybe SmackDown might be his next destination. Who knows? Oh, knees to the face there on Rusev. I think a lot of people here on Raw and SmackDown could use a change of scenery. Maybe some trades need to be implemented by Raw and SmackDown going forward. As a stop to the midsection, or in the chest area of Rusev rather. Lana, what kind of impact will she play here tonight? She's just kind of looking at her fingernails and just kind of checking herself out here, rather than focusing on the match. But Nakamura takes down Rusev and continues to wear down the arm as well. Well done there by Nakamura. Nice little sequence there. And he's going to get Rusev up. Rusev countering, tosses Nakamura down. And looks for the cover. Presses down on Nakamura. Could have him. Champion kicks out at 2. Rusev now. Big knee to the face of Nakamura. Rusev showing a bit of his own strong style here. With a big knee. Nakamura sweeps him off of his feet though. Rusev has the power game that Nakamura will have to try and contend with here tonight. Rusev, 300 plus pounds, a big man. And also has a deadly submission in the Accolade. Nakamura will have to try and contend with that and stop that from being the move that ends his championship reign here tonight before it really gets going. Nakamura, scoop slam, falls up with a leg drop. Nakamura, a lot of success, a lot of praise, a lot of people talking about him so far, a lot of people believing that he could be the key to Monday Night Raw success going forward. He might be the saving grace for Raw in a time of struggle between the interpromotional challenges. Nakamura could be a key to their success going forward with his skill, with his talent. He's such a huge pickup for Raw. There's no denying that. Big shot there to the face of Rusev there by Nakamura. Rusev into the ropes. Nakamura, look out from behind with the German. Grabbed it on the arms, a bit of an unorthodox style of doing it. That's Nakamura for you. He is unorthodox. He's a little different. Nakamura though, look out. Here it comes, the landslide. Grabs the hold of the leg, hooks it good. Rusev gets the shoulders up. And Nakamura goes to one knee, may have used all of his energy to get that out. Rusev makes him pay, back smack up to his feet, springs up, hits the knee. Nakamura though trying to fight back. Nakamura, he's taking a look at Lana, checking her out, having a bit of a chat. Asking her out for dinner later tonight. Rusev's not too happy about that. Rusev picks up Nakamura, slams him into the mat. With some power, with some authority. And now Nakamura, look out. Oh, right into the back there. Rusev with his huge fist. Just slamming him into the back of Nakamura. And a big super kick right on the button of Nakamura. Could be it here. The champion kicks out and Rusev in disbelief. He thought he had him. A super kick landing right on the jaw of Nakamura. The backbreaker there by Rusev to follow. Nakamura stays alive in this match. Now, the Accolade. It's locked in. Nakamura may have to tap here. Rusev is perhaps going to make Nakamura pass out. Oh my, no. Or is the damage dealt? Does Rusev think he's got him? Hooks that leg, could be it. Nakamura, has he got any life? He does. Stays in this match, but Rusev is slowly getting closer to a victory. The super kick, then the Accolade. It is looking likely that he might win that title back here. Nakamura's going to fight through this. Swept off his feet is Rusev. Rusev's up. Nakamura. Oh, no. Counter there. An elbow strike there to Nakamura. Rusev. Big super kick again. And again, right on the button. Effective. Nakamura. Surely he can't kick out. Oh, he can. Kicks out again. But jeez, Rusev is giving him everything. And somehow Nakamura is staying in this match. I thought this would definitely be over by now. Nakamura trying to prove to us that he deserves this championship. And he's pretty happy about that too. He's pretty happy with his performance thus far. Despite Rusev arguably in control, arguably being the better of the two, Nakamura still in it. Hits the German. That time more to the textbook. Nakamura grabs Rusev. Looks as though he's going to try for a suplex. Just drops Rusev down onto his face, onto the belly as well. Nakamura does things differently, we know, and that's not what we expected there. And now the submission, but Rusev's boot was just underneath the rope, the referee enforcing the break. Nakamura's going to get him into the middle of the ring though, and might just look to slow things down, put a bit of pressure on Rusev, make him kick out, make him exert some energy. And he does, the kick out at 1. He knew he wasn't going to get the win there. Rusev slowly back to his feet, as is Nakamura, but a chance for both men to kind of regroup. Nakamura, though, grabs the hold of Rusev, tosses him off of his feet, and the knees into the arm as well. Rusev's back up. Nakamura from behind, look out. Picks him up, grabs that leg, and he's going to toss him down. Shoulder still down. Rusev's boot near the ropes. It's not going to reach it, though. But Lana, well, he's distracted. The referee's distracted. I mean, we know the referee gets distracted by anything in the crowd, but this time he's distracted by a beautiful Russian. So we can't blame him this time. We get up the referee a lot. Let's be honest. We don't like the referee. You know, he sees something shiny in the crowd. He gets, you know, he just has to gravitate towards it. But this time Lana's there. We understand. And speaking of Lana, she introduces a steel chair as well. The knee there to Nakamura's face again. So I'm not sure what Lana's thinking with the steel chair. Nakamura uses it. He'll be disqualified. He won't win the championship. The accolade. Look out. It's locked in again. It's in again. Rusev trying to force Nakamura to tap. Will the King of Strong Style tap here? Japan's Shinsuke Nakamura has not tapped, but he could be out. He might be out cold. Rusev just moves the dead weight over. Shoulders are down. Oh, that left shoulder just getting up in time. Nakamura still has life. This match still continues. The referee saw the chair finally. It took him a while. He sees Lana pretty good. Doesn't see a steel chair. That's, you know, right in the middle of the ring. But that's okay. Rusev, snapmare. Rusev, he's tried everything here. He's really got Nakamura on the rocks. But for some reason, Nakamura's still in it. For some reason, Rusev has not put him away. Needs to try something bigger. The super kicks haven't worked. The accolade hasn't worked. What can Rusev do to put Nakamura away? Does Rusev know how to beat Nakamura? Snapmare there. And now, oh, no. Counter there by Rusev. A shot to the midsection. Rusev taken off his feet. Nakamura drives Rusev into the corner. And Nakamura, this is his time. Bouncing Rusev off the top. Nakamura might be about to come back into this match. Hooks the leg. Rusev kicks out. But this is Nakamura's chance. It's been all Rusev. Nakamura now working his way back into it. And all of a sudden, things are about to change if Rusev can't put an end to this flurry of offense here by Nakamura. Spins him around, takes him down. Nakamura may have him here. Doesn't look for the pin, decides to get Rusev up, and he's going to pay the price. Clubbing blow right to the chest of Nakamura and takes him off of his feet. Now pressing down on top. Could be it. Oh no. The shoulders up again. Nakamura still going. Rusev staring down his opponent, just giving him the death stare. What do I have to do to beat you? I want that title back. Rusev can't capitalize there. Nakamura, these strong kicks right into the body of Rusev. They hurt. Nakamura sent over the top of the rope. Rusev, though. Uh-oh. Tossing Nakamura back into the ring. And a stomp to the chest of Nakamura. Rusev He's in control still. Nakamura's trying to get control back. Rusev not allowing him. What about that? Oh my, did you see the way he landed on his neck? That was brutal. And Nakamura could have a serious injury there. He may have narrowly avoided one. He looks to be okay, but geez, that hurt. Rusev! That spinning kick to Nakamura. Nakamura, he's trying to use the ropes. He's getting beaten up here by Rusev. This is a beating. Let's be honest. Nakamura, there's no way he survives this. Rusev is just dominating him right now. The Bulgarian Brute is showing us why he was champion for so long. Showing us how good he is. Dominating Nakamura here. Nakamura's got to dig deep, try and find something. Rusev tossed down again. Nakamura now. Into the corner. Uh-oh. Look out, Nakamura. Setting him up, lining him up for the Kinshasa. Right to the head of Rusev. Rusev's out cold. Nakamura to retain the US title. No, Lana grabs the leg of the referee and drags him out. Nakamura had this match won. But he's going to set him up and line him up for it again. For the second time. Nakamura Kinshasa. The referee now back into the ring. Lana's been ejected. The referee telling her to get the hell out of here. Nakamura turns Rusev over. And I think he's about to retain. Yes, he does. Nakamura. The knee to the head twice in a row. Lana saved him the first time. Couldn't save him the second time. And Shinsuke Nakamura retains the United States Championship here at Hell in a Cell. His first successful title defense. And it's against the Bulgarian Brute. Rusev unable to win back the title here tonight. What an impressive win here by Nakamura. Lana ejected. And she had no choice but just to walk up to the ramp and look on as Rusev lost this match and lost his opportunity to regain the title. Nakamura's lucky tonight. Rusev was dominant, and any other night he could have easily won that title, but Nakamura holds on. Still, your United States champion. Impressive win at the end of the day. He's managed to come back from that onslaught and retain the US title. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Cactus Jack and Damien Sandow. They'll be challenging for the World Tag Team Championships here tonight. Well, Damien Sandow out for revenge for what The Miz did to him a couple of months ago now, wasn't it? The attack on Sandow. They challenged for the tag titles at SummerSlam. They're unsuccessful. The Miz attacking Sandow on that occasion. And going on to form a new tag team with Tyler Breeze, the A-listers. The A-listers have had such a great amount of success already, winning the tag team titles against the Wyatt family. But Sandow's got himself a partner in Cactus Jack, and he wants those tag team titles. Here comes the first half of the tag team champions, Tyler Breeze. So here he comes. Got Maryse walking out ringside with him as well. And Tyler Breeze. Prince Pretty. I'll tell you something though. That championship does not look pretty. I don't know what is going on there. I mean, that title, what is it? Is it crushed? He had something in his luggage that crushed the title. It's not even around his waist. It's miraculously just floating on his body. That is how good Tyler Breeze is, ladies and gentlemen. That's how pretty he is. He can make that title look good. Tyler Breeze has found a way, and he's also found a way to keep the title at his waist so that it needed to be strapped on. So that is Tyler Breeze for you, ladies and gentlemen. One half the tag team champions here tonight. His partner, The Miz, coming out shortly. The Miz likes his own entrance. This time he wouldn't even let his own wife come out to the ring with him. That's how The Miz is. He likes to do things big, and he likes to do things so the spotlight is on him. And The Miz coming out now. He would love to rub it in here tonight. Would love to beat Sandow and just prove that he was right all along. That it was Sandow that was the problem and not him. He proved that a little bit when he defeated the Wyatt family with Tyler Breeze. So defeating Sandow here tonight will exemplify that. And The Miz, he and Tyler Breeze, they just click. You know, it's a good tag team. They're good chemistry. They're very similar. They both love the attention. They both love the spotlight. They both feel as though they are truly A-listers. They both feel as though they're celebrities and everyone should be, you know, lining up to take a photo with them and treat them like they're the big deal. And it's a perfect fit. Two massive egos creates one giant ego, I guess. And they are the tag champs. They've had success thus far. Haven't seen too much of them in the ring as of late. This is a big challenge, a big test for them here tonight. Sandow and Tyler Breeze. Here we go. So Tyler Breeze has met Sandow in the past. Snapmare there by Breeze and a kick to follow it up. Tyler Breeze has been successful. Damien Sandow just hasn't had much luck. You know, since being attacked by The Miz, losing his tag team partner, he's been on his own trying to deal with two guys. But he's recruited Mick Foley, Cactus Jack. He's got Cactus Jack to join him here, hoping that this is something, that this is some kind of way to turn his luck around. Hoping that he and Cactus Jack can get things right and win these tag titles and just kind of take the momentum, just take everything away from The Miz and Breeze, who are on a roll and have just had a lot of success over the last couple of months since joining up. So you have to say that it's going to be tough for Sandow and Foley here tonight to try and stop this from happening. Sandow made his presence known at Night of Champions. He and Foley came out attacking The Miz, attacking Tyler Breeze, and sending a huge statement to them. Mick Foley has said that this is his one and only shot. SmackDown GM Edge has only signed Foley to a short-term deal. Foley has only been signed and will only get a full-time contract if he can win the tag team title. So this is his only chance. He and Sandow, if they don't win here tonight, Sandow is once again all on his own to deal with The Miz and Tyler Breeze. So things just are stacked against Sandow here tonight. So much pressure on the line. Breeze, big kick to the hamstrings of Sandow, taking him off of his feet. So much pressure here on Sandow. Foley has to get things right straight away, otherwise he will be gone. And as far as we know, no one else is going to be lining up to help out Sandow anytime soon. So this is Sandow's really his only chance to get these titles away from The Miz and Tyler Breeze and make sure that the party stops, the party's over. Because the A-listers have been pretty solid as a team, and they looked as though they could be tag team champions for quite some time. If they can win here tonight, I think that's just going to help them out even more. The confidence will continue to grow, and it'll be tough to beat going forward. So The Miz and Tyler Breeze would love a victory here tonight. Not only that, it'll get Damien Sandow away from them, out of the tag team title picture. And that's something I'm sure they would love to have. Don't have to deal with Sandow anytime soon. Attempted enziguri there. Sandow getting out of the way. Now Sandow sweeping Breeze off of his feet and springs back up himself. Now Sandow, that knee and the shin as well into the head of Tyler Breeze. And look out. Drop the knee again now onto Breeze. And the cover here. This could be it. Sandow might become tag champion. Breeze kicks out. So The Miz recruiting Tyler Breeze from NXT, bringing him up, offering him a big opportunity to be his tag team partner. And they've formed a bit of a power group, haven't they? With Maryse as well. She's obviously a big influence, being able to come in and apply her magic, which is just standing there and looking beautiful. And, oh, look out. Jackknife cover here by Tyler Breeze. Could be it. No. Sandow turns it back around. And no. Breeze now. Both legs. Got it. Oh, that's close. Sandow almost beaten there. But not quite. Breeze continues to try and avoid Sandow. I think he was trying to look for the cover. Sandow not allowing him to get to the tag. Sandow's going to look for a tag himself. Going to bring back in Mick Foley. So Foley's back. And right hand. Yes, connecting. And Sandow will have to watch on as Tyler Breeze and The Miz, they make the tag, and the frequent tags is the key, and they've been able to perform that. Sandow would love The Miz to be beaten here tonight. He just wants anything. Oh, the referee taken out. Foley being launched into the referee. He's down. He might be out for a while. No, I think he's back to his feet. This guy This guy, he takes his vitamins. He's a tough character. Back to his feet. So, The Miz, if he can beat Sandow and Foley here tonight, not only will he remove these guys from the tag team title picture, but potentially remove Sandow from his life, which is what he's been trying to do. Just trying to delete Sandow from his life. He's done well so far. He's got Tyler Breeze there to replace him, and it's been a great replacement. But Sandow just keeps on coming back. Just when you least expect it, Sandow's there to try and, make life tough for The Miz. And The Miz needs to get rid of Sandow ASAP. Miz taking over the top of the rope, hangs on, standing right next to Sandow. Big right hand there to Cactus Jack there by The Miz, trying to get himself back in the ring. He does. Now from behind, it's a suplex onto Cactus Jack. Now, looking for the cover. This could be it here. And Jack will kick out. Foley looking good at times, but The Miz... Oh, look out. Foley's got the ear of The Miz and tosses him down. Foley, obviously the veteran, up there in age, struggles to kind of be in the ring for long periods of time. That's where Sandow has to kind of come in and force their frequent tags. If Foley gets isolated, he's an easy target. And that's what The Miz and Tyler Breeze, the A-listers, have to try and do tonight. Keep Foley isolated. And so far, they've been able to kind of keep it in there for a while. Foley's been getting plenty of offense in. But now, Breeze, if he can turn things around, keep the frequent tags going, just like this, you never know. Foley could be isolated here and trouble could be coming. Look out. Double team there. The Samoan drop there by The Miz. Tyler Breeze takes out Sandow. Look out. Foley just barely kicks out. He was close to the ropes. Nearly a rope break enforced. But some good double team work there by the A-listers. The Miz and Breeze to hit the Samoan drop. Then Tyler Breeze to attack Sandow and take him out of the equation. The Miz, look out. Face first. Down goes Foley. And The Miz drives Foley's head straight into the mat. This may just be it. If Tyler Breeze can get there and stop Sandow from breaking this up, it may be it, but Sandow gets there. Breeze was in there last time to save it, but he was a little slow to react this time. Sandow able to get in there, save the day, but Cactus Jack, we talked about it a moment ago, but he's about to be, isolated for quite some time. He's taken a lot of damage here, and the longer he is in this match for, the worse it's going to be for Sandow. Oh, look out. Uh-oh. The Miz off the top of the rope. A superplex to the outside to Mick Foley. And that might be it. Foley, he's taken some worse falls in his career, but that is a brutal one here. And for an aging veteran, that could be something that could even end his career at this point. Foley, though, he looks to be okay, but The Miz, a do-or-die attitude, and certainly Foley's coming off worse for wear. He's in trouble now. The A-listers have got Foley isolated. They're not letting him getting anywhere near Sandow. And this is Foley's only chance to win the titles here. The Miz makes another tag, and the A-listers are they're in the groove. They're just in control. Oh, Foley, wreck of the eye. Foley's got to get to the corner, though. Breeze not going to allow him to do so. Breeze, Hurricane Rana. Now Breeze heading to the top. Look out. Foley incoming. Here comes Tyler Breeze. Went for the leg drop. Missing. Foley, though, gets the tag. In comes Sandow. And geez, he needed to make that tag. This match continues, but Breeze, though, gets a tag himself. Here comes The Miz. Miz and Sandow, they'll finally meet. They'll have a chance to settle the differences right now. The Miz, head first driving Sandow. Now the Miz, the sliding drop kick into the legs of Damien Sandow, taking him off of his feet. The Miz has a chance to win this match right here. Sandow's fresh, but The Miz might be able to capitalize here. Sandow now taken to the corner. And Miz, well, no surprise, wants nothing to do with Sandow. But here we go, some more double team. We saw this earlier on. Another Samoan drop incoming. There's the double team. Maryse is pretty happy about that. Ringside, she's cheering on. And The Miz is going to slide in there. Make sure that Foley doesn't get there. No, Sandow. Oh, that was very close. Foley, he was nowhere near. There's no way he was getting there. He had nothing. He could not run in there. He couldn't do much. He was no chance of breaking that up. Lucky Sandow kicked out. Planning down Tyler Breeze as well. Sandow now setting up Tyler Breeze. Sandow. Look out. Sandow sweeping Breeze off of his feet. This could be it. Hooks the leg. Foley's trying to get there. He can't. The Miz will get there first. Sandow almost having this match won. Sandow now in the corner. Big boot there to Breeze. Right hand takes down Breeze. The referee trying to get some order back in this match. Trying to get the Miz and Foley out of it. Foley taking over the top. Sandow and the Tyler Breeze now. Sandow's all by himself. Breeze needs to get a tag. Clotheslines here by Sandow. Getting some momentum. Damien Sandow, can he pull off this win? Can he get this done? Can he somehow win these tag titles here tonight? The ultimate revenge on The Miz. Attempted tag there by Breeze. Sandow not allowing it. Breeze needs to get out of there, I think. He needs to get The Miz in there. Oh, super kick there by Breeze! And that could be lights out for Sandow. Foley can't get there, and Sandow has been pinned. Just like that, Tyler Breeze with the super kick. And that has knocked Sandow out cold. And this means that Sandow and Mick Foley, Cactus Jack, have failed to win the titles tonight. And this will be the last time we see Mick Foley. Mick Foley was only here for a short period of time. He was here until they had an opportunity at the tag titles. They got that shot. They had one chance though. One chance and one chance only. If they failed, Foley, his contract would not be renewed by SmackDown. And the super kick ends his opportunity. Sandow pinned by Breeze. Foley had a rough time of it himself. The A-listers retained the titles. And have they finally eradicated Sandow from their lives. The Miz didn't have much time in there with Sandow. Tyler Breeze getting the job done in the end. What a fitting way the replacement for Sandow picks up the win for The Miz. The A-listers defeat Sandow and Foley tonight. It's a sad end for Sandow. Perhaps this is not the end for Sandow, but it's the end of him trying to take the titles away from The Miz and Tyler Breeze. What a victory here tonight for the A-listers. It's a sad ending for Sandow and Foley. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the first of our two Hell in a Cell matches. It is tag team tornado action as Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler, they will try and coincide to take on the Club. What a battle it has been between these two teams, these four individuals. And Seth Rollins, well, he's had a bit of a change of heart, let's be honest. I feel like he's on the same page with Ziggler now. I feel like they're trying to put their differences aside. Their desire to both be champion, their hatred they've had for one another for quite some time. They're trying to put that all aside in the hopes of beating the Club. Now, the Club, they are an entity. They are just a dominant team. They are a group that they are on the same page. Whereas Ziggler and Rollins, well, you know, who knows? So we'll see tonight if they have actually been able to learn from their mistakes and get things right. So here comes Dolph Ziggler, champion for only a matter of minutes before Finn Balor took the championship away from him. Seth Rollins was frustrated at Ziggler because, well, Ziggler beat Seth Rollins for the championship at SummerSlam. And it was all taken away from him by Finn Balor and the Club. The Balor Club just continue to terrorize Ziggler and Rollins for the last number of months. Rollins has been trying to get the championship back. He's been assaulted by the Balor Club week in, week out, and now they'll finally be able to settle the differences. Finally be able to settle the score in a match in Hell in a Cell. No interferences, no one can get in there. They're locked inside until there is a winner, and they'll do whatever they have to do to make sure that they win. The Balor Club, here they come. Gallows and Anderson. What a group they are. They have made a huge impact in such a short period of time, but they have really changed the landscape of Monday Night Raw in such a short period of time. You know, Ziggler and Rollins, they thought they were safe. They thought, you know, they're going to be the top names on the show. Then all of a sudden, Finn Balor comes and completely changes everything in an instant. This match is underway. Tornado Tag Team matchup, Rollins and Ziggler versus the Balor Clubs, Gallows and Anderson. Ziggler picked up by Luke Gallows. Carl Anderson taking Rollins into the corner. And taken down again. So Finn Balor, he'll be in action up next against Chris Jericho and Batista defending the WWE Championship. As Gallows looks for a submission there on Ziggler early on. Rollins doesn't know yet, he's too busy with Anderson. To win this match, pinfalls or submissions must take place. Disqualifications thrown out the door, thrown out the cell. You can use whatever the hell you want on your opponent to inflict as much damage as possible to try and win this match. Anderson taken down head first, but shrugs off Rollins there. So the Balor Club, we're not exactly sure what their true intentions are. They have told us in the past that they do intend on expanding and winning more championships, such as the tag titles, the US title. They even said, well, at the time, the Divas title, but I think they mean Women's Championship now. So who knows? They could be on the lookout to recruit even more members to the group, or they might be looking to try and hold all the gold. Maybe Finn Balor wants to hold all the titles, as Anderson there met with the Seth Walker. So, I mean, who knows? Here's a cover here by Gallows on Ziggler, and it's a kick out at 2. The club, the Balor Club, they just want to win it all. They want to dominate Raw. They want to own and control Raw. And so far, they own and control that WWE Championship, which is the first step in pretty much running things. Now they're going to look to expand, and they've got Gallows and Anderson, who are a very formidable tag team, could potentially become the next tag champions if they want. It's going to be tough to beat. Rollins here with a cover there on Anderson. A neck breaker there by Ziggler onto Gallows. Anderson will kick out. So basically, the situation in this match is that Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler, they both realize that they're not going to win anything until they take out the Balor Club. They're not going to win the WWE title whilst the club is roaming around. They know that. So they're going to have to take out Gallows and Anderson. They're going to have to try and take them out of the equation to get to Finn Balor. And if they can do that, then they might have a chance to win back their WWE championships that they both lost at SummerSlam. Ziggler defeating Rollins, and then Balor defeating Ziggler through a Money in the Bank cash-in. And ever since, they have not been able to get anywhere near that title. They got close at Night of Champions. It was a triple threat match, but no luck for either man. And on that occasion, it was strange. Seth Rollins could have broken up the pinfall if he had jumped off the top of the rope. He decided not to, or he's a little late in doing so. And it cost him the match, and Finn Balor able to escape that night, pinning Ziggler. Oh, Ziggler off the top! Face first, down goes Gallows. The baseball bat introduced a moment ago as well. A cover here, the action, it is explosive here. It is high intensity. There's plenty of it. Ziggler now with the head scissors wrapped around on Gallows. Seth Rollins and Carl Anderson are battling away. It's really been kind of one interaction between the two, haven't they? Ziggler's been going after Gallows, Rollins going after Anderson, a fisherman suplex there by Seth Rollins. Ziggler's going off the top, tempted elbow. Seth Rollins, he's going to try his luck. He sees Ziggler getting almost pinned though, decides to try and pin Anderson instead. Not sure why the decision there was. Probably should have tried to jump off the top of the rope, then try and pin Anderson. So it was a strange decision there by Rollins, and obviously it didn't work. It didn't give him the win. Rollins now, he wants to go off the top this time. Power slam there by Ziggler. Rollins, he's going to fly. Went for the splash. Was feeling froggy. Unable to get the win, though. As Ziggler tried to pin Gallows there. Didn't work out. And now a submission here on Seth Rollins. On Seth Rollins as Dolph Ziggler had the leg scissors there on Gallows, who fights through it. So now the club is standing tall. Gallows after Ziggler. Anderson trying to pin Rollins. Didn't work out. Gallows now. Look out, face first, Ziggler almost bouncing onto that baseball bat. And speaking of the baseball bat, a strike there onto Ziggler with the bat. And at Hell in a Cell, at Night of Champions, we saw, look out, a spinning powerbomb. We'll talk about that in a moment. Anderson might be about to pin Ziggler here. No, decides against it. And Night of Champions after the triple threat matchup. Well, to add insult to injury, the Balor Club came out and attacked Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins. Gallows attacking Rollins with a steel chair, including a DDT under the chair, knocking Rollins out. And Ziggler was taken out through an announce table by Anderson with a spinning cutter. And now Rollins nearly gets Gallows a kick out at 2. I believe Gallows has already been cut open as well, which is not a good sign. It's only early days in this match, and to be already cut open, that is not good. Anderson now lining up Ziggler. Ill went for that running knee. And Ziggler swatting it out of the way, and a suplex as well to follow it up. Gallows now into the corner. And a big boot there to Rollins by Gallows. Gallows picks up Rollins and slams him down. Anderson now picks up Ziggler and hits the powerbomb again. Spinebuster there by Gallows. The Balor Club in control, about to win this match. Take your pick, who you gonna pin? They both kick out at the same time though. They both kick out at the same time and they're in sequence. So it didn't matter who they're coming after. This match rolls on. Rollins trying to fight through Gallows again. This time a sit-down spinebuster. Anderson after Ziggler again. He's got him up on the shoulders. A fireman's carry. Plants him down and nearly a pinfall over there. A kick out there by Rollins. Gallows still coming after Rollins. Anderson now going to join the fun. Not for a double team. They'll change opponents here. Anderson and Rollins now. Gallows and Ziggler. Gallows waiting for Ziggler to get back to his feet. Look out. Gallows plants down Ziggler. Anderson. Well, counter there by Rollins. So it's been all the club in the last few minutes. The Balor Club in control. Cover here. Gallows not even phased. Not even attempting to break that one up. He knew his partner was going to kick out there. And he just sent Rollins for a ride. Ziggler. He has some faith and trust in Rollins as a zigzag there by Ziggler. The cover now. You might want to come lend a hand now, Gallows. Trouble here. No, kick out. The shoulders up by Anderson, kicking out of the zigzag. Jeez, Gallows had some faith in his tag partner to kick out of the zigzag, and he did. Rollins now coming out to the outside. Perhaps we're going to see that cell being used here by Rollins and Gallows. A rake of the eye. You can do it as much as you want. Rollins almost into the cell. Gallows. Oh! Driving Rollins into the cell. Ziggler working away. Anderson, I should say, in the corner as Gallows sends Rollins into the ring. And a big boot to follow. Ziggler may think he has Anderson. No, not yet. Stomping away there on Rollins as Gallows. That cut not as bad as we initially thought. There's some blood coming out, but it's pretty much slowed up now, thank goodness, for Gallows' sake. Gallows now from behind with a suplex. Anderson into the corner. Ziggler slowly getting there. He's going to come after Gallows instead, help out his tag partner and Rollins. Instead, foregoing any opportunity he had there on Carl Anderson to take advantage. Instead, coming after Gallows. Anderson might make him pay. Look out. Oh, there's a cutter. The swivel gun stun there by Carl Anderson. And is this going to be it? Is Ziggler going to be able to kick out of this? Yes, he can. Rollins with a kick to the jaw on Gallows. It's all happening here, ladies and gentlemen. Ziggler back to his feet. He's a bit groggy, but he's back up. A chop to Anderson in the corner. Now Anderson's going in the other corner. Ziggler thought about coming after Gallows, instead going back after Anderson. A bit slow. Anderson nearly making him pay. Ziggler's got to try to help out Rollins here. No. Rollins able to kick out though. Geez, these teams have some faith and some trust in their tag partners, don't they? A pinning predicament and they're not even flinching. Not even thinking about helping out. Anderson wants Ziggler up. Wants to go for another cutter here, perhaps. Gallows working away on Rollins here. Ziggler countering Anderson. And Anderson, look out, over the top rope, and oh, nearly landing into the cell. Ziggler's going to come outside and follow it up. Rollins about to go off the top of the rope, perhaps. Unless he can help out here, no. Ziggler's not going to help out. Instead, Rollins hit with a superplex off the top of the rope. Gallows, is he about to win this match for the Balor Club? Ziggler got in there just to make sure things weren't going to end right there, and they didn't. And now Anderson and Ziggler back in there. And here we go again between these two. Gallows trying to wear down Rollins. Thinks he may have him soon. Oh, Ziggler over the top of the rope. Just narrowly avoiding the cell himself. Gallows couldn't get the win there. Anderson now brings Ziggler back inside the ring and just forearm over the throat of Dolph Ziggler. The Balor Club in control. The Balor Club looks as though they're going to win here if they can keep this momentum going. Rollins, he's in trouble. As is Ziggler. Rollins enziguri. That's what he needed. And a cutter there. The cutter by Carl Anderson. Ziggler's been cut open as well. Real trouble now. But Anderson didn't go for the pinfall for some reason, and it might cost him. And a spinebuster there by Gallows. Rollins, he's flat on his back, looking up at the lights. This surely will be it. Ziggler now needs to break this up, surely. No. Not sure what Gallows was doing there, but Rollins is still in it. And Anderson's still in it as well. Rollins sent up and down by Luke Gallows. Anderson trying to get back to his feet. Look out now. Anderson planting down Ziggler. Narrowly avoiding the knee. He might even caught some of the knee on the way down. Look out. Sit down spinebuster there by Luke Gallows as Carl Anderson sent down by Ziggler. Gallows with the cover. This might be it now. The Balor Club to win. No. Rollins gets the shoulder up and keeps this one alive still. They have gone through an absolute beating. But yet this match continues. We still have not got a winner. Uh-oh. Ziggler's about to go off the top. Rollins, he's not going off the top. He countered instead. Double knees off the top. Ziggler sent with a superplex off the top by Anderson. One member of each group sent off the top there. Well, taken down off the top. As Anderson with an elbow there to Ziggler. Rollins now working away on Gallows in the corner. Anderson in complete control. Ziggler is really struggling there. But Rollins, he has to try and take out Gallows. There's really no time to help out your tag partner. This will help though. The powerbomb into the corner. A DDT there by Ziggler. Ziggler with a cover. Rollins with the cover. Who's going to get the win? They both kick out again at the same time. This time it's the Balor Club doing it. And they both receive a kick to the back. The teams are in sync, there's no doubt about that. You can't deny the chemistry. They've been working hard on trying to get things right. And so far, so good. Gallows in the corner. Ziggler in the corner. A counter there by Gallows. And a counter there by Ziggler. Suplex there by Gallows. Ziggler sends Anderson back into the corner. Anderson this time the boot up to Ziggler. Anderson picks up Ziggler. And here comes the spinning powerbomb again. Will that be enough to win this match? Rollins face first into the mat again. Anderson feels as though he might have Ziggler here. With the powerbomb, Ziggler still managing to kick out. How much longer will these teams be able to go? Rollins countering. Gallows sends him down. And a cover here by Rollins. Trying to sneak away with a win here. Kicks out though. Look out. The shoulder of Ziggler into Carl Anderson. Dolph Ziggler setting up Anderson. Look out, here it comes. Super kick right to the head. And it's cut him open as well. Ziggler with the cover. Gallows is distracted. And Ziggler picks up the win for Seth Rollins, for Dolph Ziggler. They have beaten the Balor Club tonight. They have done it. They have defeated the club. Luke Gallows was taking Rollins off the top of the rope. Meanwhile, Carl Anderson was knocked out cold thanks to the Dolph Ziggler super kick. A super kick that has won him many matches, including a world title. And a bit of redemption, a bit of revenge for Seth Rollins, for Dolph Ziggler here tonight. It's not the WWE Championship, but it is still sweet. They pick up the win over the Balor Club, and now Finn Balor. His match is up next, and he'll have to be worried that Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler are coming and gunning for that WWE Championship. But Balor has to hang on to it first. That's a massive loss to the Balor Club tonight. They have been dominant over the past couple months, but now they'll be set back a little bit. Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler, the controversy was, can they actually coincide? Can they be a successful team? Can they stand each other for more than 3 minutes without wanting to beat each other up? The answer is yes. They were great tonight as a tag team. They have beaten the Balor Club tonight, and now the future is bright once again for Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler. Will they be able to beat the Balor Club entirely, and one of them perhaps becoming the WWE Champion? That's when things are going to get interesting. Who is going to win that title? What a hard-fought match, ladies and gentlemen. These two teams just gave it their all. They just beat their hell out of one another. And it's the first of our 2 Hell in a Cell matches. Next up, the title is on the line. Can Finn Balor hang on to that WWE Championship? The first of our 2 big matches, our 2 big championship matches tonight. It is going to be for the WWE Championship. It is the Animal Batista, the former world champion, coming out here tonight to challenge for the title, the WWE title. The first time he's challenging for the championship since coming back to Raw early this year in the draft. Batista, well, some say he doesn't really deserve this opportunity, but he believes that he is ready to once again become a singles megastar, become a singles champion. He's been in the tag division for quite some time. Impressive. Now it's time for Batista to come back. A little fortunate, I would say, that he's probably kind of a little lower down on contention lists, but with the likes of Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler a little bit busy, as we saw a little bit earlier. Batista's been able to kind of slide his way into the top tier of the contentions list, and he now gets this opportunity. But a familiar face is also getting the same opportunity. None other than Y2J Chris Jericho, who will be getting an opportunity tonight as well. Batista's former tag team partner. There he is, Chris Jericho. So a big opportunity here tonight for Jericho. It's been a while since he's been champion. He was the champion around about this time last year, actually. At Hell in a Cell last year, he defeated The Undertaker in a Hell in a Cell match. And he lost the championship at TLC last year. So Jericho had a probably the most memorable time of his Universe Mode career was this time last year. And what a way to kind of get himself going again, just to try and replicate that here tonight. Jericho had an opportunity at Finn Balor a couple of weeks ago on Raw after defeating Dean Ambrose to become the #1 contender officially. Batista came out, and we thought he was going to help out Jericho because he threw Finn Balor over the top of the rope, and we thought Batista was helping out Jericho, but as it turned out, Batista hitting the Batista bomb and just destroyed Chris Jericho, allowing Finn Balor to walk in and take an easy victory. And speaking of Finn Balor, the champion, the leader of the Balor Club. We saw the Balor Club go down a moment ago. Finn Balor needs to try and get things back on track for his club. The demon has risen once again. He is back. The war paint is on. And the other side of Finn Balor, the side that appears when it matters, the demonic side of Finn Balor is here tonight. The championship around his waist. Finn Balor is ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Your WWE champion. The paint that signifies his more aggressive side, his more dangerous side, is on tonight. It comes out when that title is up for grabs, when the title is on the line. It comes out when he needs it the most. He's got it tonight, and he'll try and help to try and use that to try and guide himself to a victory here tonight against Batista and Chris Jericho in a triple threat match. As we said, the leader of the Balor Club, he has Raw in the palm of his hand right now. A former NXT superstar, a Money in the Bank winner, now WWE Champion, Finn Balor. What a run it has been in such a short period of time. He's gone from, well, gone from the land of obscurity to now champion of Monday Night Raw. And, you know, we could never possibly dream that Finn Balor would go from NXT and in such a short period of time would become champion and dominate so much that he has. Already defended the championship at Night of Champions and against Chris Jericho. So Finn Balor had a couple of title defenses, looking for another one here tonight to try and dispel any rumors that he needs the club to help him win here tonight. Balor and Jericho straight away. Batista coming after Balor. Batista, he attacked Chris Jericho and said it wasn't personal, it's just business. Batista wants the title and Jericho's in his way. And Batista wants to take Jericho out of the equation to try and get that championship. And Batista, he knows that, look, to be champion, you have to try and make some big decisions. Sometimes you have to beat up your best friend to get what you want in life. Batista's had to do that. And here we go, Batista and Jericho now. Batista grabs the hold of Jericho by the throat, picks him up. Look out, Jericho. Oh, planted down. Batista, whilst he hasn't had the singles wins, he's made a big statement. He was very, very impressive against Finn Balor on Monday Night Raw recently. Almost beating Finn Balor, even putting Finn Balor through the announce table with a Batista bomb. He was very, very good until Chris Jericho came out and interrupted and took the opportunity to beat Finn Balor away from Batista. And we'll never know what happened there, but at the end of the day, Batista won by disqualification. Jericho and Batista had an altercation. They fought it out. Finn Balor stood there and watched on. Batista and Jericho still trying to come after one another. Finn Balor interrupts. Now Balor from behind. Has that leg of Batista. Plants him down. Oh, jeez. The head of Batista had a harsh landing on the way down. That's not going to be very nice. That is going to hurt. Jericho taken down head first. Finn Balor, I'm not sure, there's a belly-to-belly slam. I'm not sure if Finn Balor feels as though this could be a bit of a handicap match. Batista and Jericho, tag champions, they know that they can work well together. We know that. So if they team up here tonight to take out Balor, they could just try and fight it out themselves. I'm not sure that's a strategy they're going to employ. Right now, they're kind of teaming up here. Batista stomping there on Balor. So Finn Balor might feel as though it's him against two. You know, 1 versus 2. And he's going to have to try and step up his game even more here tonight as Jericho and Batista now coming after one another. Batista with the shoulder block takedown. Down goes Jericho. Batista now with an elbow struck there to Finn Balor. And a knee to the midsection. And a stomp to the chest. Another one. Kicking Finn Balor down. Try to continue the assault there. Unable to strike as Balor avoids. Balor now from behind with a shot. Picks up Batista again. Look out. Batista spun around and planted face first. Jericho going to the outside. Might look for a weapon here. It is triple threat rules. Disqualifications are not enforced. Finn Balor off the second rope. Tried to drop the fist down on Batista. Getting out of the way, did the animal. Jericho introduces the steel chair into this match. Didn't really utilize it as a belly-to-belly slam. He might have caught a little bit of the steel chair on his way down as well. Finn Balor breaking that pinning predicament up. Might have caught just a fraction of that steel chair on his way down to inflict even more damage as Batista plants down Finn Balor. These three superstars are really giving it their all right now. Not sure if they'll be able to keep up this pace for long. Batista met with some strikes there by Balor. Batista now from behind. Jericho trying to get himself involved there. Stop anything that Batista's trying to do. He stops Balor this time. Sends him down. Batista right in front of Balor trying to go for the cover. Right in front of Jericho, I should say. Trying to pin Finn Balor. And now inside cradle. Jericho trying to put this one to bed. Jericho to sneak away with the win. Balor breaks it up. Now, Balor from behind. Turns around Jericho again. Into the corner. Batista not going to let him get there. Batista with some authority. Slamming down Balor. Jericho picks up Batista and hits a powerbomb. Jericho now heading to the top. Chris Jericho off the top rope. Oh, Balor went to go for the cover on Batista whilst Jericho was up there. Jericho dropped the elbow, landing on Balor, breaking it up. Balor, of course, retained the championship after going off the top of the rope with the coup de grace. Knee to the face there to Batista. Seth Rollins, he went to the top of the rope. Instead, though, Rollins failed to jump off. This time, Jericho, he did. He obviously watched the tape of Night of Champions and did not make that same mistake. Jericho and Balor now fighting it out. Batista's going to go off the top of the rope. No one's anywhere near him. There's no way he's going to jump off, and thank God he doesn't. And Balor just jumps up and double knees to the face of Jericho. So even though this is not a personal rivalry between Batista and Jericho, you get the feeling it could end up being that way. If this continues on, you have to feel as though Batista and Jericho are going to make things personal. Big boot there by Batista. Jericho follows it up with an elbow on Balor. At the moment, Jericho and Batista teaming up here on Balor. But Jericho is met with a spine buster there by Batista. Double knees there to Batista. He's taken out of the equation. Who's Balor going to try and pin? I think Jericho would be the wise choice. Not going to go for the cover, though. So tries to continue to wear down Jericho. Now, Jericho taken up. Oh, counter there by Jericho. Shot from behind. Batista's coming after Balor. And a suplex there by Jericho. Breaching over. Unable to get the win. Batista's right there to interrupt. And, uh-oh. The walls of Jericho. But Finn Balor's right there to break things up, you would assume. The walls of Jericho is in. And before he can even apply any pressure, Finn Balor stops that immediately. Now, Balor picks up Jericho. Sit-down powerbomb. Not quite the power and strength behind it that a Batista bomb has, but still very effective. And Balor! Well, I think Batista landed on the steel chair more so than Finn Balor. Gonna probably hurt Batista more in the long run. Jericho and Balor now. Oh, Codebreaker! The Codebreaker! Jericho has a chance to win it now. Batista's going to get back to his feet, though, and stop him from winning here, obviously. Breaks it up quickly. Jericho had a small window of opportunity to win here. Unable to capitalize. Batista now turns Jericho around, tries to grab a hold of him. Jericho slips out and avoids. And now a double team. Batista and Balor teaming up for a double DDT. Batista trying to sneak through and get a cheeky win. That's not going to happen, though. A chop there to the chest of Batista by Finn Balor. Batista now has Balor up and plants him down for a side slam. And Jericho is literally in Batista's way. Batista's going to try and get rid of Jericho, and he does. He tosses him into the corner and continues to work away on Finn Balor. Look out here, beat Batista. No, I thought he was going to go for a big strike, a knee or a big right hand, but instead tries to wear down Balor. Balor's going to stop that from happening, though. Back to his feet. Jericho taking a chance for a bit of a breather. I think he needs one. Batista up on the shoulders of Balor. Uh-oh. Batista fights through it. And Jericho with a backbreaker there onto Finn Balor. Batista plants down Jericho. Well, now Batista, who's he going to pin? Jericho or Balor? I don't think he's going to get to anyone. I don't think he's got enough in the tank. And as you can see, both Jericho and Balor both getting back to their feet. And an enziguri there by Jericho on Batista. Jericho now from behind. Oh, Balor countering. And Finn Balor suplex. Batista using the ropes to get back up. Right hand there by Finn Balor coming after Batista now. Batista though fighting through. Right hand to the back of Finn Balor. Jericho trying to crawl his way back to his feet. He's up now. Balor planted down. And I think he caught a bit of the chair on the way down as well. Batista now. He's going to do the same to Jericho. And Jericho, I think, caught a bit of the chair on the way down as well. Batista clearing house. Oh, tempted enziguri there by Balor. Tried to do it again. Missed both times. How about a third time? There you go. He's got it that time. Third time's the charm for Finn Balor. Batista a little bit groggy as Balor's got him up. And the double knees with a gut buster there to Batista. Finn Balor, here he comes. Kicks Batista right in the face. Jericho's going to be right there to capitalize, going for the pinfall. Balor's there to break it up, you would assume. Nearly a count of two. That's the best Jericho can do right now, is Balor now sends Jericho into the corner. Attempted clothesline, not going to get it. And now, backbreaker again there by Jericho. Batista striking Jericho from behind. And Batista, Who's he going to target? Who's he coming after? Spear! Spear to Jericho! Jericho laying on the steel chair as well. Batista, no, he's not going to get the pinfall. Instead, Balor goes for it. Batista missed the first time. He got the second time breaking it up. Now Balor sent into the corner. Batista, he's not much there at all, is it? You know, he's kind of used all of his energy up. He's trying his best to get Balor to the top of the rope. He's struggling, but he's up there. Batista now. Look out. Finn Balor might be going off the top for a superplex. Batista might be about to take Finn Balor out of this match. He does! A superplex. Now the cover. Jericho will break this up. Batista's got to take out the third man. Jericho now with a suplex on Batista. Bridges through. Could have him here. Finn Balor. No, Batista had to kick out of two. Finn Balor not breaking it up. Nearly making a crucial error. But this one continues on. Batista taken down. Chris Jericho. Oh, wait a second. Jericho! The Batista bomb incoming! Batista bomb! But can he capitalize? Batista's got nothing left. Finn Balor dragging Jericho into the middle of the ring. Batista can't get up. Balor's gonna steal the win. Finn Balor steals the win and Batista can't believe it. He is not happy at all. Batista had the match won. He put Jericho away. He hit the Batista bomb. Jericho couldn't get up. And Finn Balor steals this win and retains the WWE title. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Finn Balor has stolen this win. Here it is. Batista bomb. By Batista, we noted a moment ago that he just had nothing in the tank. He could barely get to the top of the rope. He used everything he had left to hit the Batista bomb. Finn Balor comes in, swoops in, takes the win. Batista trying to get to his feet. And he couldn't get up in time to break things up. And Finn Balor, still your WWE Champion. A loss for the Balor Club earlier on. But redemption here for their leader. The championship still in their possession. But what is next for the Balor Club? Time for our main event. And it is going to be a Hell in a Cell match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Your champion, ladies and gentlemen, he is Kevin Owens. He likes to fight, and he will fight until the very death to hold on to that championship here tonight. Perhaps one of the toughest opponents thus far he meets tonight, The Undertaker, one-on-one. Owens, you look at the list of names he has beaten, it just keeps on getting more and more impressive every single time we mention it. People like Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton, John Cena, Alberto Del Rio, Daniel Bryan, Triple H, CM Punk, and many, many more. He just keeps on winning, keeps on finding ways to keep that title. He's held it since WrestleMania. It does not even look like losing it. Undertaker's going to have to put on the match of his life to win here tonight. And here he comes. The Dead Man is back. Returning at Night of Champions, making the ultimate statement that he is coming for the championship. He returns for a match here tonight at Hell in a Cell. Last year at Hell in a Cell, we mentioned it earlier on, it was against Chris Jericho for the World Heavyweight Championship, and Undertaker lost that match. The world title up for grabs, similar to this situation, and Undertaker lost. Undertaker would not like a repeat here tonight. He needs to make sure that he can win this Hell in a Cell match. He has won Hell in a Cell matches before here in Universe Mode. One against Chris Jericho at WrestleMania last year. The Dead Man, this is a huge challenge, a huge task. He's been trying to prove over the last few weeks that he is still in tip-top shape. He can still compete with the best of the best. Wins over Bray Wyatt, Daniel Bryan, and Triple H certainly have proven that. Even a tag team victory over the Wyatts as well, with Kevin Owens there. Undertaker has so much confidence, so much momentum heading in, but it all means nothing when you step in the ring with Kevin Owens. You can throw it all out the window because Kevin Owens is a different breed of animal. Kevin Owens, some say he just can't be beaten. And here we go. This one's underway. Owens and Taker straight away. Undertaker with his huge right hands. Taker picks up Owens and tosses him down. And this is going to be a brawl, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a fight. Undertaker with plenty of Hell in a Cell experience. Kevin Owens, the first time he enters the cell here tonight. This is really the only, advantage that The Undertaker has over Kevin Owens is the fact that he has all the experience in the cell. 2 times he's been in the cell here in Universe Mode, and only once he's won. So it's the 3rd time here tonight. You would like to try and make it 2-1. Owens has been nearly unstoppable. He's barely dropped a match since WrestleMania. Undertaker's just trying to revive his career, keep his historic, legendary, iconic career going. Owens, spinebuster. And senton there on the Undertaker as well. Owens just continues to find ways to win. Look out, here's the cover. Trouble here for the dead man. Able to get the shoulders up. The thing that Owens has impressed us the most with is his ability to withstand so much damage. The best maneuvers he finds ways to kick out of. Undertaker's going to need probably 3 tombstone pile drivers to beat Owens tonight. We've seen it in the past. Owens just finds ways to keep on kicking out, and that's the thing The Undertaker does not want. He does not want this match to go on for 25 minutes. He wants this match to be quick, because the longer this match goes, the harder it's going to be for The Undertaker because of his age. Because, how much has he got left in the tank? How much wear and tear can his body sustain? Undertaker needs to try and beat Kevin Owens as fast as he possibly can. Otherwise, his chances just grow slimmer and slimmer. Owens rolls through, planning down The Undertaker. Whilst the dead man, he is a legend. There's no doubt about that. He is a multiple-time world champion here on Universe Mode. Incredible run he's had. Last year was a terrific year for him. He started this year off with a historic, legendary victory over Sting at WrestleMania. Hook of the leg here by Undertaker trying to put Owens away. Not going to get it. And also, he met Kevin Owens in the Elimination Chamber match as well, where Kevin Owens actually pinned The Undertaker in that chamber match. So, plenty of history between these two. A little bit more than what you expect. Undertaker wants revenge. He wants to beat Owens here tonight. He wants to be the one to take back the title. Owens, head first goes The Undertaker, but Owens didn't carry on with the cover there. I think he could have had him. Kevin Owens parades around, acting like he is the king, he is the man, he is the Lord and Savior of SmackDown. He carries on like he owns the place. Undertaker, for years, has ruled the yard. He's been the locker room leader. He has been the man that everyone looks up to. And Kevin Owens, he's trying to proclaim that he is now that man. He is now in charge. He now rules the WWE. He is now the best in the world. And Undertaker wants to put an end to that. He has something to say about that. He has an objection. And Kevin Owens is trying to overrule it. And now Owens, look out, going to be swept off his feet by the dead man. So this is not just about the title. This is about kind of reinstating the point that one of these two men, they are the leader of SmackDown. They control SmackDown. Whilst The Undertaker's been gone for a while, Owens has been able to basically rule the yard. He's basically been in control. He's basically been the top dog here on SmackDown. And, if you have a problem, you've got to go through Kevin Owens to resolve it. Owens has been the top man. If Kevin Owens says something, everybody shuts up and listens to him. And Undertaker had that same respect. Owens has earned the respect from everyone on SmackDown. Like him or hate him, everybody respects what he's done. His championship reign, perhaps the most impressive we've ever seen. The longest reigning champion in SmackDown history. And it doesn't look like stopping yet. Undertaker has the chance of a lifetime to stop it here tonight. Hell in a Cell. There's no outside interference. No one can stop him. This is just these two in the ring. And here we go. A chokeslam by the dead man. Hook of the leg. This could be it now. Owens kicks out at 2. And comfortably at 2. Welcome to Kevin Owens' world, Undertaker. This is the man you deal with. A kick out comfortably at 2, just with ease. Owens not even fazed by the choke slam. Here comes Owens, sending Undertaker into the cell. Undertaker bouncing off the cell, still on his feet though. Owens coming after the dead man outside though. Undertaker wants to get back in the ring. You can't blame him after going into the cell right there. Kevin Owens into the DDT. Owens, big statement right there, using the cell to inflict a lot of damage to the Undertaker. After taking the choke slam, things have already turned around back in the favor of Kevin Owens, and that's what the Undertaker cannot afford to give. He can't give the control back to Owens. Undertaker has to keep this pressure going. He has to try and look for the next big move. Is it the last ride? Is it the Hell's Gate? Is it the Tombstone Piledriver? He needs to find something. Otherwise, Kevin Owens will work his way back into it, wear down the dead man, and all of a sudden, this match will be won by Kevin Owens. The dead man trying to fight back now, though. Here he comes. Owens now going to be sent over the top of the rope. That cell is close by. I'm sure Taker would like a bit of revenge here. Would like to use the cell on the Kevin Owens. Get a bit of payback. Owens now grabs a hold of the Undertaker. Instead, into the ring he goes instead of the cell, and the big boot to the side of the head. Owens just working this at his own pace. He's in control. And Undertaker trying to fight through. They held a cell. Owens has been avoiding the cell. He's used it once as we saw, but he's been avoiding the cell, trying to make this a standard match, which is going to go into his favor, no doubt. Undertaker needs to use the cell. And here we go. Taker in trouble. He'll kick out. The package pile driver, not enough to win this match for Owens. And I was just going to say, Owens has been avoiding the cell. A standard match, just like normal for Kevin Owens. Just forget about the cell. Forget it's there. If Undertaker can utilize the cell more, that'll be his only chance of perhaps beating Owens here. He's got the experience with the cell. He needs to use it. So far, he hasn't even gone to the cell yet. And that's a huge, crucial mistake by the dead man. A chokeslam has been hit, taken down, perhaps looking for another big shot. Picking up Owens. Here we go. We needed it. He needs it badly. The Tombstone Piledriver. He's about to pin Kevin Owens, is he? Taker to win the world title. No, Owens with the shoulders up. Kevin Owens kicks out at 2. Keeps this match alive. Can he be beaten? Taker drops the elbow. Taker's learning all about Kevin Owens quickly. Undertaker now grabs the hold of Owens. Up he goes. Taker now sends Owens in the corner. Taker still not opting to go to the cell. Perhaps he feels as though he might have Kevin Owens beat soon. The splash in the corner. Look out. Bouncing off with the snake eyes. Here comes the big boot. And that is Undertaker at his finest, dropping the leg as well. Now that is Undertaker at his very best. We've seen it plenty times. Now, another choke slam. Owens in trouble again. Is the Undertaker gonna beat Owens and take the title here, ladies and gentlemen? No, a kick out again. Undertaker just can't get this win. Owens just keeps on kicking out. Taker now, another Tombstone Piledriver. Connects again. The second time. This is surely it. Undertaker. No. Owens kicks out again. The shoulder is up. I can't believe it. How has he done this? How does he do it? 2 choke slams, 2 tombstones, and yet Owens still standing. Undertaker has given everything. Owens now, he's gone through the initial onslaught. This is the time where Owens strikes. This is the time where things are going to get ugly for the dead man. Owens off the top, Taker launch to the other side of the ring. Owens has survived Undertaker's attack. Now Owens can strike back and put the dead man away. Undertaker has given literally everything he's got to try and beat Owens. We knew he had to put him away quickly. That was his only chance, and he has tried. He's tried his heart out to put Owens away, but yet he still can't beat this man. Undertaker, how much has he got left? Tosses Owens down. Took him a little bit of time there, a little bit extra time to pick Owens up that time. Taker still going, the knee to the head. Can Taker dig deep? Can he still stay in this match? Can he try and find one more tombstone? Owens up again. Fall away slam by the dead man. It's been all Undertaker. Taker is dominating here. Owens now is going to try to be worn down here by the Undertaker, trying to take a quick breather whilst still sustaining the pressure here. That's the veteran instincts of the Undertaker. A chance to catch his breath, but still put the pressure on Owens. Undertaker, though, needs to find another big move. He's got to find a last ride. He's got to find something. He's got to find a choke slam, anything. One more big move, and that could be it for Owens. But can the Undertaker do it? Owens sweeping Taker off of his feet. Owens now. Shot to the midsection. Look out, here it comes. No. Yes, there it is. The package pile driver by Owens. And Taker kicks out at 2. Close for Owens, but doesn't quite get it. I thought Owens might be shaping to try something else. But the package pile driver does not work out for Owens. Taker, he's been able to kick out of a couple of Kevin Owens' best moves. Undertaker now, sweeping Owens off his feet. Surely Taker can put Owens away here. He's done all the hard work. Owens has barely got anything left. Here we go again! Chokeslam! No! Counter by Owens! Tempted chokeslam turned into a DDT, and that could be a match saver and a title saver for Kevin Owens. If Taker hits the chokeslam there, Owens loses the title, you would have to think. Well, we think that, but honestly, it wouldn't shock me if Owens had found a way to kick out. Taker, though, picks up Owens, slams him down. Undertaker. Got to be frustrated. He had Owens beat nearly. Just one small error could potentially have cost him the world title. Taker now. Here we go. Snapmare. And the side headlock. The more time that ticks, the harder it's going to be for the Undertaker. He knows that. He's trying just to slow things down. Trying to regain control in this match. Trying to make sure that he can work his way to one more big move. That's maybe all he's got left. Owens now. Turns Taker around. Grabs the leg of Taker. Uh-oh. Spins him around. And planted down. Taker now in some trouble. Owens. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Kevin Owens. A tired Undertaker. Being set up here. Here it comes. The pop-up powerbomb connecting. And the Kevin Owens show is going to continue for a little while longer. Kevin Owens has found another way. I don't know how he's done it tonight, ladies and gentlemen, but he's found a way to beat The Undertaker. Undertaker, 2 chokeslams, 2 tombstones, and still couldn't win here tonight. Kevin Owens, some package pile drivers, setting him up for the win later on with a pop-up powerbomb. But at the end of the day, Undertaker was just depleted. He had nothing left. He used all of his energy. He ran out of gas, was just running on fumes. Owens knew it. He knew it was the time to strike. He just had to wait a little while longer, survive a little while longer. And up and down he goes with a pop-up powerbomb. And a win for Kevin Owens tonight. Well, as we speak right now, the cell is rising and these two have not finished yet. Owens and The Undertaker still going. Still finding a way. Undertaker, though, picks up Owens and delivers a tombstone. Something he needed a few minutes ago. I would like to say better late than never, but this time that does not really apply. The dead man gets a little bit of revenge, but still walks away with a loss tonight. Not what he wanted at all. Oh boy. Here he comes. Daniel Bryan. Could it be? Yes, he is! Here he is! Daniel Bryan's here! And he's officially cashing in Money in the Bank! He's lining up Kevin Owens! The running knee! The running knee! And Kevin Owens is out. Owens is out, but here's the Undertaker. It breaks it up. Well, what is going on here? What is going on? Bryan just officially cashed in, but Undertaker forces the disqualification, and Daniel Bryan is not going to win the title. Bryan is absolutely livid. He's coming after the Undertaker now. Bryan can't believe it. It was the perfect time. Owens was out, but Undertaker, instead of walking away, he stood tall and he waited to see what was going to happen. And he couldn't watch on as Bryan was going to cash in, and now the dead man strikes. A tombstone to Daniel Bryan. He just can't let Bryan have it. Undertaker's got to be the man to beat Owens. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Hell in a Cell. If you did enjoy it, smash the like button for me. Let's try and get... can we get 750 likes? 1,000 likes? Let's try and get a ridiculous like goal to celebrate Hell in a Cell. Thank you so much for tuning in today, ladies and gentlemen. If you did enjoy it, please do subscribe to see more episodes coming up soon. Monday Night Raw and SmackDown are going to be huge. NXT TakeOver number 2 will be coming away in a couple of weeks' time as well. Make sure you do not miss that. If you did watch the entire Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, make sure you leave a comment below saying the word Cell. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next video.